So much for the good betting races. There are plenty of bad betting races, and I strongly urge you to avoid them. The worst races, in my opinion, are for early 2-year-olds. If you try to assess the form, you have to depend too much on barrier trials, which are often unreliable. Take the 1990 Myer Fashion Stakes run on Melbourne Cup Day. There were 11 runners, 8 of whom had never started in a race. Punters made Stylish Regent favourite at 7-4, even though it was his first run. That's him wearing blinkers with the blue sleeves and the white spotted cap. He ran well, but could finish only third. The winner was Camborne Tim, pale blue sleeves and cap, another first starter at 20-1. 2 well-backed runners, Temporize and Cubism, finished nearer last than first. And notice how green and erratic were some of those 2-year-olds. Along with early 2-year-old races, avoid all maidens and races for the lowest class. The horses that contest these events are notable for their inconsistency. Avoid also races in which the main chances are resuming from a spell. The hardest horses to assess when they return from a spell are 2-year-olds, which race only briefly in October and November, have a spell and then resume racing in February or March. Some make enormous improvement and easily beat their rivals first up. Others make no improvement and never reproduce their early brilliance. Take the case of Razor Rhythm. There she is winning the 1990 Great Western Champagne Stakes at Moonee Valley by 6 lengths at her first start in record time. And here she wins the 1990 Maribyrnong Plate, run over 1,000 metres at Flemington on Derby Day.
And Razor Rhythm will score by 2 lengths to Lady Purpose. Pampas Fire's run third.
After a 3-month spell, she contested the Blue Diamond Prelude at Sandown. Razor Rhythm in white and brown moves up to take the lead. But watch the grey filly Irises. She issues a strong challenge to Razor Rhythm, who with 57.5 can't accelerate. Irises goes on to win by almost half a length. And remember, Razor Rhythm, who hadn't raced for 3 months, started at 1-3. Yes, 3-1 on. Punters who took that price certainly got bad value for their money. Razor Rhythm did win at Caulfield next start, but when fully tested in the Blue Diamond, she finished a distant 4th. Early 3-year-olds which spell during the winter and resume racing in the spring are also hard to assess. Some improve dramatically and win the 3-year-old classics. Others go backwards, never again repeating their 2-year-old form. Many horses of the past did little in their early runs, but later advanced to greatness. Take that champion of 60 years ago, Peter Pan. At his only start as a 2-year-old, he was unplaced. As a 3-year-old, he won first up at 1600 and went on to win 4 of his next 5 starts, including the AJC Derby and the Melbourne Cup. If the improvement of champions is hard to calculate, so is the improvement or deterioration between spells of hundreds of lesser horses. If you look through your form guide and find races in which several of the runners are resuming from spells, forget those races. They're just too big a risk. You should also avoid races in which the main chances are attempting a longer distance for the first time, like the Victoria Derby. Here's the field for the 1990 Derby on the turn into the straight. The favourite, Canny Lad, was the class horse, but he hadn't raced beyond 2,000 metres. The extra 500 here tested his stamina. You won't see much of Canny Lad because he finished 10th. The leader here in the orange is the maiden galloper Fire Oak, a 16-1 chance. Like Canny Lad, he hadn't raced beyond 2,000 metres. Still, over this longer course, he proved his quality. The big challenge came from Centro, a 25-1 chance. Fire Oak prevails and loses his maiden status by winning a Victoria Derby.
Centro, nothing between them. Fire Oak has his nose in front. Centro runs, bobbing finish. Centro and Fire Oak, I can't separate them. A bobbing finish.
The point is, none of the main chances had raced beyond 2,200 metres, and most hadn't raced beyond 2,000. It was sheer guesswork trying to pick the winner. Some brilliant horses just can't stay. However, you don't know their staying ability or lack of it until they're tested at a longer distance. Champion horses of the past, like Ajax, Winona Girl, Vane and Baguette, were all non-stayers. And remember Luskin Star.
But here comes Luskin Star.
That's him scoring a brilliant win in the 1977 Golden Slipper. Luskin Star won 10 of his first 12 starts, at distances up to 1600. Tried over 2,050 metres in the Cox Plate, he started favourite at 7-4 and was unplaced. He won 3 of his remaining 4 starts, but at distances no further than 1,500. If champion horses behave unpredictably when suddenly advanced in distance, average horses behave even less predictably. If the main chances in a race are new to the distance, forget the race. You'll be relying on guesswork, not facts, and most of the time you'll be wrong. Try to be selective when you place your bets. Give yourself the maximum chance of winning. Bet on the right races and avoid the wrong ones. And if you're really serious about winning, go to the track to place your bets.